Moving on. Just gotta loosen my jaw so I can really give We Lost to Sea the love they deserve. We Lost to Sea comes from the unenviable position of having made what I consider to be one of the greatest albums ever with Departure songs. The bar could not be higher for We Lost to Sea. I put them on a pedestal of high art. The Mona Lisa, We Lost to Sea, whoever built all the big cool cathedrals. Yeah. So, it was a weird experience. Before I even listened to the note, I had deep feelings for this album. And let me just change this. Yeah, I had deep feelings for this. The first excitement, the prospect of a new album by one of the greatest artists I think to ever come out of Australia, and even the world. I think in that rock and metal space, globally, We Lost to Sea are just so high up there. When people wax lyrical about what NAOB does for the Australian heavy scene, I think they should, check out We Lost to Sea and see that NAOB ain't even scratching the surface, baby. So yeah, I was so excited. But then, I was worried. That lightning in a bottle, imagine trying to capture that twice. Imagine thinking that, someone could pull that off 2 times. And I'm like, shit, have I built this up too much in my head? Am I putting it on a pedestal? Am I building up an unreasonable expectation I could never listen up to, and I'm gonna fucking spoil this for myself? And I'm the bad guy? Then there was anxiety because of that, because it's like, what if I listen to it at the wrong time? What if I have a bad day and I put this on and I don't fully appreciate it, or I link a bad memory to it? Like, it became, the fine china that sits in the glass cabinet that you only use for special occasions. But every time there's a special occasion, you're like, shit, it might be a bit too nice. I don't want to break it. That was a wedding gift from my great-great-grandmother. She brought it over during the war. Like, it becomes this thing that I can't touch because I'm so worried I'm not touching it at the right time. And it therefore stops being used for its intended purpose. And just becomes an entity, an idea that's, dealt with too much reverence. And then, what if I'm not the person I am when Departure songs came out? What if I've changed and this is a masterpiece that I don't know how to appreciate because I'm not the person who I was when I appreciated Departure songs? Yeah, it felt like jumping into a pool of water where I don't know the temperature and I don't know if I can remember how to swim, but eventually you just gotta jump in. And I'll be damned if any album could elicit that much emotion to me in general, but before I've even listened to a note of this album, I have had a absolute fucking array of feelings wash over me. But I had to go into it. I'm alive. I'm aware. I'm a human. I've got an open heart and mind. I'm not ready, and I never will be. And so, I proceed. And the music was beautiful. All the fears washed away. It is this soundscape. It's instrumental, but I find it so hard to call it soundtrack, even though that might be close to what it is. But it just masterfully takes you on these emotional journeys. They use, this is one of those moments I wish I still had Tunes TV, because I need Luke or Connor or someone with half a brain next to me to tell me why this works so well. I know that it's the crescendos and they pull you in emotionally and they heighten you, but there must be another element to it that could do it to the point where I feel adrenaline spiking. I have my heart rate monitor on. I can see that my body is reacting viscerally to this crescendo. It's not just that sounds cool. I feel on edge. I feel excited. I feel like I need to run or dive or jump. Um, yeah, Adam, I've listened to Mogwai, I've listened to Mono. I generally don't think that anyone does it quite like We Lost the Sea does it. I think they're just the top of post rock. And yeah, just it makes me want to be that better person, to put my feelings into words, to create, whether it be writing this review or like anything. It is so inspiring. I just they've mastered emotions. They've just mastered emotions through music without a single word being spoken. It is such a perfect canvas to project yourself onto. And I think, yeah, that's ultimately all these feelings that I'm getting. They're just feelings I've been having, but this has taken me on such a ride of discovery that now I'm expressing them. And on repeat listens, it kind of changes depending on how you're feeling and what it's taking out of you to project. So it's very indefinable like that. Sometimes it's a very uplifting experience to listen to this. Sometimes it's a very morose experience because, yeah, at the end of the day, it's just a beautiful soundscape that will take whatever your emotions are and kind of wring them out and put them up for you to confront. I think they have captured lightning in a bottle twice. This is a huge contender for album of the year. I couldn't recommend We Lost the Sea any higher. I'll definitely start here. I think this is a great album to start on. And if you like it, I'd go into Departure songs after that, which is just as perfect. So We Lost the Sea obviously gets a hell yeah. I really can't recommend any higher. It's not my thing. I don't listen to heaps of post-rock. I've never considered myself a post-rock fan. It's in that prog space of songs are too long, and I've got, Zoomer brain where I just want to engage with the next thing. But no, this makes you want to sit down and think for 40 minutes or so. How long is it? God. Just the whole an hour and 10 minutes. I've never felt like I was sitting down for an hour and 10 minutes. Ask my wife when she wants to see a movie. I can't sit down for an hour and 10 minutes. And this just breezes by. Crikey. Kind of reminds me of that saying of like, no man can cross a river twice because he's never the same man and it's never the same river. It's like, yeah, no person can listen to the We Lost the Sea album twice because he's never the same man and it's never the same album. Crazy. Whew. I feel good.